Just come up to All Saints Church in Langport before going shopping. It's a lovely old place. There was a poster at the front saying they're doing a Christmas carol towards Christmas, but there's no buses to get back to the village, unfortunately. Can't afford taxis, really. Otherwise I would have gone to that. That's the trouble, being stuck out in somewhere where there's no bus service, but to speak of, nothing in the evenings. It's a lovely autumn day here. Beautiful autumn day. You just can't confuse it with any other time of year. I mean, the leaves, but also something about the texture of the air. God, there's so much stuff on Twitter about all kinds of things. I'll give it a break for a day or so. It's too much to bear, really. And then we forget that there is still beautiful places and good, honest, honourable people, and good people trying to do their best. And you can just get a sense. What's that term? I heard it last night again. I'd heard it before. Doom scrolling. Yeah, it's definitely a term for the computer age, isn't it? And the internet age. Must be a new thing. Doom scrolling. Unless they were in the medieval times when they had the scrolls, or whenever they had the scrolls, going way back into the mists of time, that they used to look at really sort of scrolls that were full of what can you say, upsetting stories or dark stories, and they could have been doom scrolling with the scrolls. I doubt they did, actually. I don't think they did. I think doom scrolling is I'll stop talking about doom scrolling. It's a beautiful day. Got to keep believing in truth and justice. The birds flitting about. This is a lovely little churchyard here. There's hardly ever anybody in it. Hardly ever anybody in the church itself. I just bought a plate from a charity shop because my old plate cracked. I like these old plates. They more character in them, Plus, there's nowhere to buy a new plate in Langport, really. There's no shops that sell that kind of stuff here, apart from Tescos. But they're doing this refurb. God, this is boring, isn't it? The Tescos are doing a refurb, but it's been going on for weeks and weeks, and everything is all where you don't expect it to be. Like, you're looking for cheese. I knew where everything was. I've become one of those people now. Maybe I always was, that is upset when they move things around in a supermarket. I think I was always upset by it. It's just they're trying to undermine our sense of where the cheese is. If we don't know where the cheese is, what do we know? Can't rely on anything. Not just the cheese. Olives. They moved olives around. I knew exactly where they were, and they were really low down on a shelf where you could miss them before. And then I went back there the other week, and they'd moved them again. I think there was a self-help book back in the 2000s or the 1990s called Who Moved My Cheese? And I think it's to do with like anxiety and stuff like that. Who Moved My Cheese? But I think there should be a sequel called Who Moved My Olives? Well, I know who moved it. It's this conglomerate corporation called Tescos. They moved the olives and they moved the cheese. So it's them. They're behind it all. Oh, I love this tower. It's amazing, isn't it? Gosh. Can you hear the wind in the trees? It's very quiet here usually. It's a lovely part of Langport. With really old houses, isn't it? Quite still today. It's just that I can hear somebody singing. Or something. Anyway, I'll go and sit in the church for a bit. Last night I put a short video up saying that my previous video, the one about medical issues, just being careful how I put it now, that they deleted it, YouTube deleted it, and they had, but then I appealed it. They said it was misinformation. I was given a warning. I appealed it, and then within seconds they reinstated it. So it's got to be this AI thing. This, you're appealing to a computer for what a computer did before. It's not going to be an individual. I doubt. There's not going to be. There's millions and millions of videos. So how could they rectify it so quickly? So then I deleted my video saying it had been taken down, and it had been removed, but now they put it back up. It's just not good. All this, what do you call it? This censorship is awful, isn't it? I don't like the censorship. It's not right. Anyway, I'll leave it there. It's from a beautiful day here in autumn day, late September, in Langport, in South Somerset, in the year of our Lord 2024. Won't be that long till Christmas now. Anyway, take care. All the best. Bye. Bye. Just leaving the church. I've just left the church. Just coming down the hill. It's called the hill. It's some lovely houses on this hill. This is the first one, called the Red House. It's really nice. They're all quite old. And then there's another one called the French House. It's called the French House. It's kind of different style. I love it. I love this house. I've heard, somebody told me it was split up into some steps here. Got to watch out the steps. It's a lovely way down through these steps. Somebody told me it was split up into apartments, and this is the final big house here. I can't think you can see it all. It's called Annandale, and that's on a road called the Hill, which is a hill. It does what it says on the tin. When I was in the church there, a gentleman came in, quite an elderly gentleman, in a beautiful powder blue jumper, and he was walking around the church. I was just sitting in the pews, on a pew, and he was taking pictures with a camera of the different stained glass windows, and as I passed him at the end, he was signing the visitor's book. It was just a nice little thing. I sort of acknowledged him as I left, and it's just interesting to wonder who he was, and obviously likes churches and likes windows and takes pictures of windows, and as I do actually sometimes, but that's looking back up the hill now past those three houses. And shame the cars are so noisy, aren't they? So noisy. So this is coming down into the main bit of Langport there, and then to the right is the road that goes to Tescos. This is old Langport. Taunton is down the road ahead, about 9 miles I think, Taunton. And then the other road going up to Tesco's, you keep going, you get to Somerton eventually. So some really old, across the road here, so look at these really old houses. Well, they're all old. Some of them were shops, I think, before. Some really old houses, beautiful. And this is my bit for Somerset Tourist Board. Not really, that's just a Hill House. Yeah, it's called the Hill. And dental surgery there. It's a beautiful day, it really is a lovely day. It's a beautiful kind of light, you know. There's a really old house in the middle there. It's got a plaque on it. I've forgotten what it says. I think it's from the 1700s, I think it is. But anyway, that's that for today. take care and have a nice weekend. Bye. Just finished in Tesco's. This is just out the back of it. Goes on to North Moor, and the cows are in the field here. Got to keep an eye on my trolley behind me. It's a little wooden bridge, and then it comes onto the moor, and you can see all the cows there. It's going to turn it up like, what do you call it? Landscape, innit? Don't know if you can see the cows. It's a nice evening though. There's a guy there sawing a tree that's fallen over, a branch or something. Better keep an eye on my trolley. Anyway, yeah, you can walk around the moor there, it's quite nice. That's it. Let's zoom in a bit. See the old cows.